Hi, my name is Lori and welcome back to another video. Today I'm going to be showing you how to make protein bars. Now, protein bars is something that I have been making for the past few years. It is a very healthy snack, a very healthy alternative to other treats, and you can even eat it for breakfast sometimes or snacks. So the ingredients you're going to need for this is Kodiak Cakes pancake mix protein packed. So this is mix we use, and it has a lot of protein, and you can usually find this at your local grocery store or Costco. That's where I got this. I got a bigger pack because I make a lot more, so it's a lot more useful. You're also going to need some quick oats, some organic raw sugar, some cinnamon, salt, 1/4 cup of dried cranberries, 1/4 cup of chocolate chips, semi-sweet, 1/4 cup of raisins, some baking soda, some baking powder, an egg, 1 banana, usually more on the ripe side, some vanilla extract. And the tools you're going to need for this is a medium-sized mixing bowl, a 9x9 Pyrex cooking pan, a measuring cup, a teaspoon measurement, a fork for mixing, a masher to mash the bananas. You can also use a fork, but I like to use this because it gets it pretty evenly mashed, and some cooking spray. So let's get started. So we're gonna first start off with our wet ingredients. So it's the vanilla extract, egg, and banana. So I'm gonna start off by peeling the banana and mashing it in the bowl. Okay. But this is a pretty ripe banana. It's helpful to have it ripe because it's easier to mash. So we're gonna just mash with this. So I finished mashing the banana, and the good thing about having a ripe banana is it also provides more sweetness and more moisture in this mix. So now we're going to crack 1 egg. And then we're going to add 2 teaspoons of vanilla extract. So now I am using a teaspoon measuring. And it smells really, really strong, but it smells really, really good. I love the smell of vanilla extract. Okay, now that we added our 2 teaspoons of vanilla extract and our egg, we're going to mix together the wet ingredients, and then we're going to add the dry. And we're ready to add our dry ingredients. So we're going to start off by adding 1 cup of the protein mix. So the good thing about this mix too is that it's all whole grain and it already has protein powder mixed into it, so you don't have to add extra. So I'm going to pour 1 cup of this protein powder. There we go, 1 cup. Pour 1 cup. So now we're going to add 1/2 cup of organic raw sugar. So a lot of the ingredients I am using in this recipe are organic. I like to stay as organic as possible, which adds to the healthiness of this recipe. The original recipe just calls for more sugar, but I like to half it because it tastes just as good. Okay, that is 1/2 cup of sugar to the mix. And now it is time to add our oats. So the quick oats are also organic, and we're going to be adding 2 cups of quick oats. It's 2 cups. And now on to the spices and the powders. So we're going to add 1 teaspoon of cinnamon. 1. We are going to add half a teaspoon of baking soda. And then we are going to add 1 teaspoon of baking powder. And the good thing about this baking powder can is that this is used to help level it out. So you can just go like this, and then it'll level it out for you, which is a pretty cool thing that I don't know if everyone knows, but it is very helpful. And we're going to add half a teaspoon of salt. And now it's time to get mixing. So I personally like using a fork to mix. I feel like it gives me control and I can easily fold it. I've tried using whisks in the past, but it usually gets caught between the whisks, so I think a fork is easier for me, but you can use whatever tool you like. So just gonna keep folding and mixing until it becomes thicker and clumped together. So now I'm mixing it and it is starting to clump together more. I'm trying to get the edges so it collects all of that protein powder. And then this seems like pretty good, so I'm going to add our last ingredients. So we're going to add in our raisins, our chocolate chips, and our cranberries. And then we're going to fold that together. You can also add walnuts to this, but I've gotten accustomed to not putting nuts in here, making it a nut-free recipe so I can take it to school. Okay. Gonna make sure we get all of it mixed together. There's no mixture protein powder left. And I think it's time to add it to the pan. So now that our protein bar mixture is done, we're going to transfer it to the pan. And make sure this is a good time to preheat your oven to 350 degrees. My oven heats up pretty easily and pretty quickly, so you can do it later in the process, but if your oven takes longer to preheat, you may want to do it a little bit earlier. But anyway, I'm going to use some non-stick cooking spray. You can use whatever you have. This is the one we have, so I'm going to use this one. So we're going to shake it first, and then spray it all over the pan from a distance. Also, don't forget to get the corners too, because that is very important. But now that we're done with the cooking spray, we're going to add in our protein bar mixture. Slowly using our fork. Okay, trying to get as much as we possibly can. And then we're going to spread it out and flatten it. Make sure to get it pretty even and to distribute the toppings equally as well. So if you see there's like no chocolate chips, raisins, or cranberries somewhere, like let's say if there's like a patch where there's nothing, maybe you can put some here, just so that every bite you can get a little bit in it. But now we are ready to take it to the oven. So now it is time to put our protein bar mix in the oven and bake it at 350 degrees for 20 minutes. You can also bake it until it's golden brown. Every oven is a little different. And it is okay if you do underbake it, as long as you don't overbake it, because it'll become too dry and it won't be good to eat. So we're almost ready to take out our protein bars. The timer is about to go off. Oh, there we go. There's the timer. So don't forget your oven mitts. I'm going to turn off the timer. And let's see how our protein bar is. Oh, it's perfect. Golden brown. Okay, so we're going to let this cool for a little bit, and then you can cut it. Okay, so now that our protein bar is cooled, I'm going to cut it into 16 pieces. I mean, you can cut it all whatever size you want. I'm just going to cut it into smaller pieces to make good snacks. And this side. Okay, now it's time for the taste test. Oh my gosh, so good. It's really good. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. And hope to see you next time. Bye.